You heard of that boy that beat the lecturer to stupor, like beating lecturer blue black. You heard that. You know, it's no more news. And that is why, as excellent women, we have gathered this morning so that we will not play ignorant. It's not a time for you to say, you know, consign me. It's not a time that you just fold your hands and just watch things happen. It's not a season to just sit down, look. It's a season to get serious as mothers. It's a season to wake up and take our responsibilities. If truly we want to raise up excellent women, children. Proverbs chapter 31. Proverbs 31. Many a times when we read this passage, we just believe that it is passage for virtuous women, as a woman that is virtuous, what a woman should do, how a woman should behave, and the likes. But you know what I want us to examine? The very first 6 verses. The words of King Lemuel. The prophecy. That's what happened though. What's the next thing here? That his mother taught him. That his mother taught him. Mother Lemuel was able to raise king in a perverse generation. And she took out time to explain the templates that are expected of kings. What, my son? And what the son of my womb? And what the son of my vows? Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings. There are things that destroy kings. You said you have given birth to kings. Because I usually say, my children are kings. They are priests unto the Lord. You have given birth to kings. But remember, there are things that destroy kings. And how many times have you taken out time, like Mommy Lemuel, to teach your children that there are certain things, if you must be a king, that there are things that will not be found in your life. If you must come out polished, if you must thrive in this 21st century, in the world of the Gen Z, there are certain things that must be found in the lives of our children. It is not for kings, oh Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine. Every other person can be misbehaving. Every other person can be doing anyhow. But your children, they are not permitted to do anyhow. And there is a mother that understood facts. She knew what she wanted. I want to ask you as a mother, do you know what you want? In this journey of parenting, what exactly are your goals? Or you just wake up, I go to work, I pay school fees, and I do that. Is that your style of parenting? This is a mother that understood the power of instructions. It is not for kings to drink wine, not for princes strong drink. Lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of. You know, she went on and on and on and on. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, plead the cause of the poor. Open thy mouth for the dumb in the cause of all such. She took out time, Mommy Lemuel. She took out time to give instruction. She took out time not to just give instruction, but to teach. To teach. Do you know that your knowledge gap can destroy your children? Your knowledge gap. Your knowledge gap. Thank God, my father and my mother, that's how they brought me up. And I came out good. I asked you, how good is this your good? In my own time, my parents, they were strict, they did this, and I came out polished. How polished is this your polished? There is a template for raising excellent children. Write that 1,000 times. There is a template. It is not just what we do. Yarisika, to be done. If you say, me, I'm training my children, your children will mingle. And so, grandma, there is work to be done. Mothers in the house, excellent women, there is work to be done, and you need to wake up. The starting point of parenting is about first fixing you. Fixing you. I ask you, who are you? Do you have what it takes to raise kings? If somebody comes to you as they are seated, do you think it's about carrying children? Now me carry for 9 months. I can't push. I can't point. Is that all? No, is that all? Do you have what it takes to raise kings? With the way you are living your life, do you have what it takes to raise excellent children in this toxic environment? How much of God do you have in you? How much of God do you have in you? This is the season, the age, when women are so concerned about fashion. What's the latest? When I went to tie my baby, people were tying baby. And then they were saying, Fanny and no one in Vogue. That's what we like. I am asking, it's good to look good, though. It's good to be fine, good to back up like women, excellent women that we are. But that's not it. That's not the essence of life. Do you have God in you? Are you truly born again, or you're just playing religion? You're just playing religion. You know, I took out time to ask questions. I work in the school, and I asked, did you pray this morning? Did your parents pray with you and all that? I was getting, answers that were shocking. How parents will leave their children in the morning and no prayer in this toxic environment. You are joking. You think it's by wishing? It's not by wishing, no. The days of wishing are gone. Hey, I wish, I know. It's not by wishing. You have to be deliberate. You have to be intentional. You have to wake up. See, if you don't do it, they will do it for you outside. They will do it for you outside. And the results might not be pleasant. And that is why this meeting is holding today, so that we will take the charge and know that there is work to be done. This is your prayer life. Do you think this is the life that will give you results? God understand. God does not understand. God no understand. And that is why he's just looking at you. When you are ready, I am ready. That's the sincere truth. When you are ready, some of us, the prayer we know to pray, all my enemies, for that. If they raise that right now, you will see all of us will shout. But prayer, that I may know him. God, I want to know you. It is the level of God you carry inside of you that you're able to give out. You cannot be empty and you want to give things impossible. It's not possible. You must be filled up. One of my pastors will say, they are calling you mommy. I call you mommy because you are just empty. Bible, you know they read. Prayer, you know they pray. And you say, hey, it's work. It's because of these children. Hey, they understand. I must feed them. I must pay their school fees. I must do that. Come on. Come on. Some persons have done that. And they have not got results. They have done that, no results. So why not sit down and calculate? How much of prayer investments are you putting in the lives of your children? Each morning when my children kneel down to greet me, I bless them. You are great. You are good. You are a genius. The Spirit of God is in you. The life of God is in you each morning. How much of prayer investment are you doing? You cannot be lazy. In this parenting matter, you can't afford to be lazy. Let me tell you. I've seen several persons that, invested prayer into the lives of their children. There were times their children went wayward. But you know one thing I've come to realize, I have seen it again and again and again, that the prayers, that prayer you're praying on your children cannot be wasted. The prayer morning, in case you have children and are giving you hard time. This is the season of deliverance. This is the time of deliverance. And God is set to do things in us. I'm asking you, with the way you are living your life, can you pray that God should make your children 100 times like you? Can you pray? You should be able to praise. God, make my children 100 times like me. If you cannot pray, then you are a failure. Sorry, I'm sorry. It looks, but that's just the truth. If you cannot pray, that this grace of prayer that I carry, my children must carry 100 times. This grace of God's word that I carry, my children must carry that. This virtue, this character, women of character. Women of character. You know what to do part-time. And you do the right thing. I always say every Sunday, I am a responsible child of God. I know what to do and I do it. Women without supervision. What examples are you modeling for your children? What examples are you? You are a model, yo. All this, no, what do you call it? Like Miss Nigeria, you know, the model and fashion model, different fashion outfits. You see them model. You see the way they just walk, you know, and they do it, and people watch them. That is how your children are watching you. They are watching you. The way you tell lies, they are watching you. The way you spend time on your phone, browsing and browsing, they are watching you. They see it as a lifestyle. The way you get annoyed when things happen, you just flare up. You don't mind, you can say anything. Once you are annoyed like this, hey, everybody will run. You are a good woman, but once that spirit of anger enters you, hey, you must manifest it. They are watching you, and you'll be telling them, love Jesus, oh, my daughter, love Jesus. And they'll be looking at you, yeah, love Jesus. But this character that I'm seeing, they see it as a normal thing. We have dysfunctional parents. That's why we're having dysfunctional children. It starts from the home. It's not about the school. Yes, the school have their part to play, but then the homes. If our homes are correct, in the lives of our children, our society will be correct. How willing are you to learn? Some people have shut their mind as they're talking parenting. Yeah, who's continue parenting? What is it about parenting? Me, I don't even have children. I'm talking about parenting. Me, my children already in the I don't know. How willing are you to learn? I have had courses to take on courses on parenting. I don't see it as a waste of money. I don't see it as a waste of time. Let me tell you, I want to say it again. Your knowledge gap can destroy your children. What you don't know. Hey, this is time for you to stand up and start taking courses on parenting. You need to fix you. Tell your neighbor you need to fix you. You are not saying, tell your neighbor you need to fix you. As a parent, you are MMM. The confirmed MMM. Who is a confirmed MMM here? Me, I'm a confirmed MMM. Confirmato. Not that one that took our money. Confirmed MMM. Number one, you are a mother. You are a mother. Mother hen. There's this lady online we call mother hen. You see the way mother hen regard the chick. They don't want any, pollution to come here. They don't want any brain to take over their chick. You are a mother. Number two, you are a mentor. You are a mentor. You are a mentor. You are a mentor. What are you teaching the children? What are you teaching these children? Number three, you are a multi-millionaire. Hallelujah. So now, if you be confirmed MMM, do like this, make I see. Hallelujah. As we move on, I want to ask you, what is discipline to you? What is discipline to you? Shouting. Shouting. Mommy, be calming down like this now. Calming down. Mommy, calm down. How many of your shouting have given you results? And then your children see it as a way of life. So they grow. You saw your mother shouting. And you too now, you have seen it as a way of life. And you are passing it on. There was a time one of my coaches did a challenge, no yelling challenge. You know what that means? No yelling. It was not easy even for me. Like, you know what it means? You know, to shout. for that period, to shout, no yelling, just do the talking. There are times you want to, you just control yourself, no yelling challenge. What is discipline to you? It doesn't mean commanding. Sit here, don't go out, take this one, give this thing. Commando. We have many commandos. What is discipline to you? Does it mean just giving instruction? When you come back from school, remove your clothes, bathe your sister, eat your food. You people should do your homework. I'm going, I'll see you at night. Giving instructions. I stand here to tell you that discipline is not about shouting, neither is it about yelling. Discipline is about teaching. What did we see in that Proverbs 31? Mother Lemuel did what? So they're teaching. This is how a king should behave. This is how this should do. Funny enough, I later realized as I moved on to this journey of parenting that I've not been doing it the right way. Like I shout at every slightest, and I want to. And then as I got learning, I saw that these children. There was a day I beat, and the Spirit said, "You are just wasting your time." I heard it clearly. You are wasting your time. You have done nothing. This girl is not going to pick anything. And I just, yes, Lord, what do you want me to do? And he told me, start teaching. Teach. Tell the girl. Teach. Have you taken out time to teach her? This thing you are flogging your child over, have you taken out time to teach them? Discipline means teaching. Teaching. Teach your children. Don't be tired. It takes consistency. Keep doing it again and again and again. One day they will hear. Authority is not by force or by control. It's not by bullying, but by respect. Stop shouting and start teaching. That is how to raise kings. If you did not get anything here today, I stand here to tell you that you should stop shouting and start teaching, for that is how to raise kings. Don't do your parenting journey by emotion, but do it by knowledge. You know what to do, and you are doing it. You have the knowledge. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. No success comes by wishing. You have to be intentional. And there is always a how. How do I do it? For those of you that still have children less than 5, oh my goodness, you can turn out kings. You can turn out kings, and I mean it. Because you cannot violate parenting principle and expect results. You know what? You may be saying, preacher, my children are already 18, my children are grown up, this thing you are saying, will it work? I stand here to tell you, it is never too late. What makes you an excellent woman is to be able to say, oh, daughter, I now notice I was wrong. And I'm sorry. And I'm ready to make right all my wrongs. Hey, that's what makes you excellent woman. There are times I apologize to my children. I'm sorry I did this. They see it as a pattern of life. There are mothers here that don't. I'm sorry, it's in the dictionary. I pray that God will help us. I said, I pray that God will help us. Have you asked yourself in the Bible that, do you know Moses? Do you know Moses? Please talk back. I'm a teacher and I love response. Do you know Moses? Aha, correct. Moses in the Bible, are you aware that it was his mother that trained him, that gave his nurse? Hey, there was something the mother told Moses that made Moses to say, I will not go the way of the Egyptians. He was in the palace. There was something. Have you asked yourself, can you hear something? Because life was sweet. The life of the prince of Egypt was beautiful. He had everything. But there was something the mother told him. You don't belong here. You don't belong here. There is a stronger you. There is a better you. You are a deliverer. There is something she told Moses. Who are raising? Who are you raising? Just look at your children. Who are you raising? Do you actually know your children? Hey, I was saying just on this road, I don't know, I was tired and I felt, I should take tricycle. And there's a way God deals with me. And I boarded that tricycle. I saw children that were SU, like me, no earring and everything, on point children. And then they were gisting. Me, that hotel, I went there. In fact, I sneaked. This face mask. This face mask did not allow them to know it was me. I don't know, there was a way I was feeling. Said, I met with politicians. Someone said, my father can never know. We know how we play the game. When I come home, I'll pretend for them and do like a sleep. Hey, I said, Jesus, there is fire on the mountain, I was tempted to follow those children because they were gisting, saying how they go out, the kind of hotels. And I was looking. It's like, Jesus, what's happening? Do you know your children? Mommy, I said I work in a school. Some parents come, Mom, trust on mommy. Mommy, you're a parent. And I'll be looking. And exactly, you will know that as a teacher, what this child said is Baba Lairo. And the mother is here ranting, I know my child. We told a parent in school, we called the parents that your daughter said your husband smokes and blah, blah, blah. The girl was just saying things. And I thought, when I called the mother as the school administrator, we spoke. And I thought I would see a mother that would be like, my papa life. My papa life. My papa life. What baby school? We see children come to school and say several things, and you know that there is work to do. If you're a teacher here, you're not just a teacher for the sake of doing. There is work to be done. There is work to be done. It's about ABC. It's about ABC. The era of ABC has gone. We're getting to that stage. There's something now. When you click your WhatsApp, I don't know how many WhatsApp, you see Meta. You see Meta, the risers. We should be. I want us to be vast with happenings, slow with trend. You're not of this world, but you know what? You need to be wiser. A time is coming, quote me. In fact, it has started, but it has not gotten here. And very soon, children will be having sex online. Children get it. They'll be having sex online, correct sex. They call it sexting. Sexting. And most parents, they don't know anything about these things. You just give your children phone. You know what? I realize my children, when they see, people, adults with phones, once they hear the sound, they want to pee. And I told them, never again. Never again. Kings don't behave this way. Never again. Do not do that. It has not been easy, but it's something, the other, once one person tries, the other person say, it's not good now. Why are you peeping? I came to realize that some parents did good jobs. But you know what? By the influence of that auntie that came to stay with you, that auntie used to watch pornography, and your children got hooked to it. And you're like, where did they pick this? Where did they see this? You were not smart enough. There are structures. I tell you, there is structure there. I know there is structure. A structure. Structure for everything. Phone usage, phone peeping, and everything has its own structure, which must be put in place. Eunice, raise who? Pastor Timothy. Who are you raising? Hannah, raise who? Prophet Samuel. Who are you raising? Who are you raising? Who raised Daniel? Who raised Daniel? For that man to say, I can never defile myself with this portion. No, I can't. Somebody trained him. Somebody taught him. And that is why if this is the only thing that you will get here, I tell you, take up this challenge. Take up this challenge. Kings are out of me. Praise unto the Lord. My children cannot misbehave. Say it. Even when you see that they are doing one or two, like behaving like children, they are not adults, so don't expect them to behave like adults. You say you love God, and you don't give Bibles to your children. You love God and your children don't have Bible. Don't let me use the word that is coming to my mouth. But that's exactly it. You love God and your children don't have Bible. How about? And the funny thing is, you have bought all their